He, him, his.
So could you just explain what the Writer's Den is for those who aren't aware?
Yeah, the Writer's Den is a longer standing program at Malden. It's been here for several years. Previously, another Tufts intern, a guy named Andrew Hurley, ran it in a classroom upstairs, but it sort of lapsed over the quarantine period, and now that we're back in school, the administration thought it would be nice to set it up again. And the basic idea is it serves up a couple of different purposes. The first is a space where writers can come and form a community with each other. A space where they feel comfortable coming to me or their peers to chat, workshop stories, receive feedback, things like that. The second purpose it serves is more academic focused, which is that teachers can use me. I'm a student teacher, I'm studying education and English. They can use me as a resource to help in their classes. So if there's an essay or a project, just this afternoon I was up with Miss Alexis's English class working with her students on a brainstorming process for a creative project. So it's pretty multi-purpose. We also have a joy block, an enrichment and joy block section where students can just come and talk about their stories with me and the student teacher, Miss Lindsay. I think that's pretty much everything.
Yeah, that's really cool. So you're studying at Tufts, right?
Yeah, I'm a Tufts University student. I'm a double major in English and education.
And could you just elaborate on your contribution or relationship to the Writer's Den?
Yeah, for the last few years, I've been volunteering at the Writer's Den in a ancillary capacity. I helped out Mr. Hurley with the previous Writer's Den, and I've been helping out with the MiniWriters Den, a program for the middle school. I helped out with Mr. Hurley again on that. Oh, you guys did that? No way.
A couple of years ago, like in 2018.
Gotcha. Yeah. So we did that over Zoom this last year. For the last few years, I've just been helping, facilitating, but this is the first time I've gotten a chance to step into, there's not really any authority involved because it's so student-led, but it's the first time I've been able to guide the process myself. So I'm just getting my feet wet. I'm really enjoying meeting all of the students and learning what the school is like and how I can best be a resource.
Mm-hmm. Could you elaborate on how this program differentiates from the MiniWriters Den?
Yeah. In many ways, they're a continuation of each other. The MiniWriters Den involves more structured resources for students just beginning their writing process. It focuses on prompts and some lectures, some videos, some group work. It's a lot more teacher-led, and it allows students to learn what writing can offer them in terms of personal growth, understanding themselves, expressing themselves, what they're interested in when it comes to writing. And often, hopefully, the hope is that the MiniWriters Den will be facilitated by students from the big Writers Den so they can see sort of where they might end up in a couple of years. And then it continues into high school where it becomes free-form and self-directed. And if the students have a project they're working on, this is a space to facilitate that.
Yeah, definitely. So what are the general hours and days where the Writer's Den would be open to students who are interested?
Excellent. So the Writer's Den is open Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all day and after school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here at all hours. I'm just doing my own writing. And people come, stop in, say hi just for a little, just to chat. But yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, cool. And in the first place, how did you acquire this opportunity to participate in this space?
My education advisor is a professor named Linda Beardsley, and she's worked closely with Malden Public Schools in the past. And after reading my writing for class, thought I would be an excellent fit because this sort of education is something I'm very interested in, and I've done writers' workshop programs in the past. So I feel like I'm just repaying what I've learned through similar programs, and my professor connected me.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. So I've noticed that you've made visits to English classes here at the high school, and you've kind of observed a little bit. Could you elaborate on how that could benefit you in the Writer's Den?
Yeah. So in observing the classes, I've gotten a good sense for what the students are reading, which I think is really important. and I've gotten a good sense for the way English is not only a surface level sense of the way English is taught at Malden, and I think I'd like to try to both continue that teaching process, but also offer alternatives to it if it's not effective for a student who's more creative minded. And I can speak for many. I think when I say I felt a bit restrained by the traditional structures of an English class. So in observing these classes, I've learned, what seems to engage student interest, how I can facilitate teachers in that instructional process, and how I can offer alternatives to it if it's not working for a student.
Mm-hmm. So this is the last question. What do you hope students will get out of this experience in being a part of the Writers' Den?
I would say I've got nothing really concrete. I think the biggest thing I can hope for is that they find a love for writing or a space to further a love for writing that they might not have had otherwise, and that they find fellow students who share that interest. If I can be there to help facilitate that process, that's great. And if they can self-generate that on their own, that's also great. But I think that sense of community, that sense of exploring what writing can be is my biggest focus.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much for agreeing to do this.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, you can just press